Hi, my name's Yara, and before I tell you my story, I just want to thank Majestic and her team for giving me the chance to share here. Also, because you guys are so nice, I want to give someone a Batdragon, but I'll tell you how to get it later. Okay, now that we've got that out of the way, let's get into it. So yeah, I'm Yara. And for like 13 years of my life, I was living the dream life. My mom and dad were the best parents ever. They were both scientists. But mom was from one of the wealthiest families in the world. Of course I was spoiled rotten. And basically, I loved it that way. I played Roblox every day, and I had everything in every game. But I was not selfish, and I shared my stuff, okay? So, don't think I'm a brat. Anyway, you get how spoiled I was. But it was only because we were so rich. And I was their only child, right? Or so I thought. Everything got hella bad last year when my mom got a mystery disease. Dad got the best doctors that money could buy. He even stopped his research and tried to study mom's disease. He did everything he could, but nothing worked. The doctors had never seen the disease she had before. Nothing could save my mom from it. After 2 months, she died. I was having a really hard time dealing with everything because, shoot, it was my mom that died, you know? I couldn't imagine how I was even ever gonna breathe again, much less live a normal life like ever. Then one day, 6 months after mom died, I came home from school and met dad with this strange lady and a girl in our house. I was so curious to know what was going on. I asked dad and he said, "Yara, this is Bianca, my new wife, and Leela, your half-sister." I was stunned. No, not stunned. I was shook! Speechless! How could I have a sister when my mom just freaking died? Right? So I looked at my dad and said, Daddy, are you kidding me right now? You're so not funny. Is she a new nanny? And is that her daughter?
Vaughn, what a rude girl she is. Why, how dare she call me a nanny? And our precious Leela a nanny's daughter? You'd better talk to her, babe. I don't like it one bit, and if you don't deal with her, I will. As her new mother, I simply won't tolerate rude children at all.
Wait, did she just call my daddy her babe? What the heck? Clearly I was missing something here. And that's when I had my aha moment. And it dawned on me. OMG! Dad had a mistress? He was cheating on mom all this time? Oh my god! And oh my god, how old was Leela? She looked like she was my age. Ugh, and when that finally sunk in, Dad said,
"Yara, please, watch your manners. And by the way, Bianca and your sister are moving in. Bianca's pregnant. You're going to have a little brother soon."
Yeah, he dropped that on me and basically just walked out, leaving me with Madame Bianca and Leela. And the way they stared at me made me pretty uncomfortable. I stared right back at them, disliking them on the spot. Then Madame Bianca turned to me and asked me where the biggest bedroom in the house was. And I said, well, that's Mom and Dad's room. Then there's my room. But there are 10 other really big bedrooms here too.
Mom, can I have the biggest bedroom in the house? You know all my stuff will never fit in a small room. Ugh, I've just got so many things, you know. Daddy really spoils me.
No need to tell me about the other rooms. Yara, get the maid to move your stuff out today. Leela's going to be taking your room, and you can move to, any other room you'd like. 'Cause what's a girl like you needing a big bedroom for? Plus, I want Leela close to me.
Sorry, but no, I can't do that. And you can't really make me either.
Yara, since I'm to be your new mother now, you'd better listen to me and do what I say. or else I'll make your life pretty miserable. And trust me, you don't ever want to be on my bad side. You got that?
All I got was that this brainless baggage was declaring war on me in my own house? Bring it on, lady! That's when I knew that everything in my world was about to change. Goodbye to my blissful peace. Bianca and her daughter moved in that very day. She had all the photos of my mom removed, and she changed everything in the house. One day I came home from school and walked into a completely new but hideous house. I asked my dad why she was changing everything, and he said I should just try not to make a big fuss about petty stuff and to just try to make her happy because she was gonna have the baby. And to make matters worse, Dad enrolled Layla in my school, and she was taking over everything. Normally, I was the most popular girl in school, but ever since Layla came, that started to change.
Okay, everyone just calm down. I'm only inviting the best people to my pool party.
Layla, you can't just have a pool party and invite all these people into my house without asking Dad first.
Oh my god, Ragdoll, please get out of my face. Dad said I can do whatever I want. Girl, bye. Come on, girls, let's get out of here. It suddenly stinks.
Tori? Olivia? Besties, are you guys just gonna leave with her?
Ew, was she talking to us?
And just like that, I became a loner with 0 friends.
Yara! Yara!
Yes, Bianca? What is it? Why are you shouting? You know you can use the intercom to call me, right? Ouch!
Yara, didn't I ask you to wash these dishes earlier? Why are they still here?
Bianca! Maybe you don't know this, but I don't wash the dishes. That's why we have a maid. And why did you call me here to wash dishes when Leela's right here?
How rude of you to talk to Mom like that. You're so freakish and ugly, and you dare to be nasty too? That's why your mother's dead and you're so pathetic.
How dare you look down on us? Your father's gonna hear about this.
When Dad got home, Bianca ran over to him and started crying. Then she said something about me stressing her out and her baby. I wasn't really worried about my dad's reaction because Dad's never punished me like ever. So I was hella surprised when he came to my room later that evening and said,
Yara, you're grounded. Give me your credit cards and your phone now. If you can't live nicely with your stepmom and your sister, I'll have no choice but to send you to a boarding school.
Dad, no! I was so shocked I felt sick to my stomach. Was that my awesome, sweet dad that just blew a fit at me? Gosh, he was turning out to be a total stranger. I couldn't do anything. I just felt totally helpless. I couldn't defend myself against Bianca. I couldn't compete with her and the son she was about to have. But somehow, I just knew that after she had the baby, my life would get worse. After that incident, many more things happened. These people were hell-bent on torturing me. Leela was a really lazy, silly girl, and she loved to try me day in, day out. One day, I was doing my homework and she came in.
So, Yara, I need help with my chem assignment.
Okay, Leela. After I finish my homework, I'll help you out, okay?
You evil brat, you better help me right now or I'll tell my mother and she'll deal with you.
Fine, Leela. What do you need help with?
Well, everything, of course. Here's my book. When you finish all of my homework, just call me, okay? Bye!
There was also something super sus and weird happening with my food. Every time I ate the food at home, that Bianca insisted I ate. And I started getting so sick. I was having nosebleeds and throwing up. But when I ate at school, I was fine. So I stopped eating at home. I just didn't trust Dad's new wife. Not to mention all the accidents happening around the house to me. Like, I was really uncomfortable about it. I couldn't carry on like this for much longer. And that's when it all went to hell. I had just came out of my room and was headed downstairs to grab some water. She clearly saw me coming and stood in my way to block me. I'd had enough, so I pushed her. It wasn't meant to be a big push, but she went flying. She screamed so loud, Bianca came running out just in time to see Leela fall into the bottom of the steps. Leela was lying at the bottom of the steps and she was not responding. I ran downstairs to apologize, but Bianca slapped me hard and attacked me. Bianca called 911 and an ambulance came and rushed Leela to the hospital. Dad must have met them there. I don't know for sure. All I know is that I waited for hours for them to get back. I was crying the entire time because I didn't know how Dad was going to react to me hurting his precious other daughter. So I was on edge when they came home without me. And before I could even say anything, Dad slapped me really hard and yelled at me.
Is this the kind of viper that I've been raising all these years? You tried to hurt Leela and Bianca. What the heck is wrong with you, Yara? I can't trust you around my family anymore. I'm sending you to a home for troubled girls. Maybe they'll be able to help you because I certainly can't.
Please, Dad, no! It was an accident. I'll change. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I never meant to hurt Leela. It was an accident. Please, Dad. Please. Mom wouldn't want you to do this.
Your mother was a wicked, malicious woman. After all I did to expand her father's business, she left all the money and the entire company to you? Not one penny was left to me. But I'll teach her. I'll show you both I'm not to be messed with. For years, I had to hide my true love for Bianca and the fact that I had another daughter, because I knew if your mother found out, she would put me out on the streets, penniless. And all this time, she was planning this move against me.
Wow. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. My father was a monster. He never even loved Mom or me. He was only after the money. Something just switched off inside me and I just turned and walked away. I went up to my room, packed a small suitcase and my camping backpack. I knew a car was waiting outside to take me to the girls' home, so I had to move smart and fast. I didn't trust these people. Something was up. I had to get out of here. I climbed out my window with my stuff and ran as fast as I could, just trying to get as far as possible from those dreadful people. I felt ice just covering up my heart, and it was then and there that I vowed that these people wouldn't break me. I'd get my revenge on them somehow. I made it to the train station and got on some random train. I noticed then that a woman in black had also gotten on the train behind me. And what sort of scared me was that intense way she was watching me. I felt around in my pocket for my mace and was ready to lace her face with it if she dared to try me. Freaking weirdo. But then, the woman suddenly passed me a note. It said, Yara Cortez? If you want to know the truth about what happened to your mother, then exit the train behind me. You have nothing to fear. I'm here to help you. Holy moly! This was getting more and more freakish by the second. How could this woman know me? I was way too curious to walk away, so I followed this woman off the train. We went into a cafe, and the woman motioned for me to have a seat. I sat, excited and nervous at the same time. Then, that strange woman began to tell me a story that was insane.
Yara, my name's Six, and I was hired by your mother about 7 months before she passed away. See, your mother was a very intelligent woman, and she found out about your dad's secret life and his other family. She started to investigate your dad, and she realized that he was stealing money from the company. She suspected that her life might be in danger, and yours as well, so she hired me to watch over you if anything ever happened to her. When your mom died from that mysterious illness, I have a reason to believe that your dad made a rare poison that he gave to your mom over time that caused her to get sick and die. As a scientist, he knew how to cover up the evidence of the poisoning. I've been watching you carefully ever since your dad married his mistress, and I've been waiting for the right moment to extract you from that house. I think that they've been giving you the same poison that killed your mom. Thank God you ran away when you did tonight. I found out that Bianca hired men to kill you. She was never going to let you go so easily. And killing you is the only way that they could get their hands on your fortune.
6, this is mind-boggling to me. But I believe every word that you said. And knowing my mom, did she have a plan for what I should do next?
Yes, your mother set up a network of houses and bank accounts, as well as tutors and staff to help keep you safe. We will take care of you until you're old enough to avenge her.
Gosh, time flies by so darn fast. Was it just a few years ago that I thought I was so hopeless and helpless? Now look at me, on my way to get revenge. I bet you're wondering what happened to me over the 6 years, right? Well, let me tell you. That night they tried to have me committed to that so-called girls' home, and I ran away and was rescued by 6. That's when my training as a baddie began. We watched my father closely, and we followed the money. Dad and Bianca didn't report me as missing until a year later, so that my bank didn't stop the monthly checks that they needed to live their extravagant lives on. They finally had to report me as a runaway, only because social workers from my school started asking about my whereabouts. And after about 1 year, they tried to have me declared dead. But the lawyers of my estate, well, they requested that there would be a waiting period of 6 years before I could be declared dead and anyone inherit my millions. Dad sold all of my mom's jewelry, and mine as well. He sold anything that he could legally sell. And he was stealing from the company so much more to maintain his and Bianca's and Leela's extravagant lifestyles. We basically had all the evidence that we needed to lock them up for a long time. Bianca had the baby, so that made the pressure even worse on Dad to provide. Shaking my head. What a mess! But finally, it was time for Dad and Bianca to face the music. I've already alerted the FBI, who should be driving a few minutes after me. Here we are, finally.
Mom, Dad, she's back.
Who's back? Oh my god! Yara, where have you been? Come in, come in! Oh, sweetie, we've missed you.
Vaughn, please save that crap for someone who doesn't know better. I'm just here to see justice served.
Mr. Vaughn Courts, Mrs. Bianca Courts, you both are under arrest for the murder of your first wife. Mr. Courts, you are also under arrest for bank fraud, money laundering, and attempted murder of your daughter.
And that's what happened. They're both going to prison for a long time. I kicked Leela out of my house. Last I heard, she was selling newspapers to take care of herself. And my little brother? Well, he was innocent. He lives with me, and I'm teaching him how to be an awesome person. Hey, about that Batdragon. To win it, find the emoji sentence in the video. Yes, there's an emoji code. Go back and find it. And tell me what it means in the comments. Don't forget to post your username as well. Well, I gotta go now, but I'll see you gators later, okay?